For some people, there's always this imaginary enemy watching out for their downfall, monitoring their progress. And this kind of thoughts reflects in the way they behave, in the way they talk, in the kind of friends they keep, and in the kind of posts they make on their social media. Have you ever seen stuff like, I know you're viewing my stats to see if I failed? Things are really hard if you haven't noticed, and people are literally trying to figure out themselves. I viewed your status because it popped up just in line, and I wouldn't have seen it if you didn't post it. So chill. Nobody is stalking you. A lot of people must have tried to address this over suspicious behavior here and there, but I have to put in my own 2 cents. Of course, from a psychological perspective, backed up with a typical story, so you know when you're crossing the line and when you need to go for mental examination. My point is, you are not that undercover agent you think you are. You are just paranoid. We all have different personality problems. Emphasis is on all. Everybody has a personality problem. The key to having a healthy relationship with society is identifying your personality problem, to what extent it affects you, and how you can manage it to the barest minimum. How can I tell when somebody is paranoid? The person always have pervasive suspicion and distrust for others. I know they say trust no one, but don't take it literally. You have to trust people in order to live, in order to work, in order to date, in order to relate, in order to have a family, friends. You have to trust people. For those who are paranoid, trust is a rare commodity. They believe people are always up to something bad. They see themselves as blameless. To them, they're always the same. It's always about somebody. It's always about a friend. It's always about a brother. It's always about a sister. It's never about them. Every other person can take the blame, but not just them. They ascribe bad motives to others. They literally hold on to the saying that the heart of man is full of evil. To them, people always have bad thoughts. People are always planning evil. People are always planning their downfall. There's never a good thought. People are always wishing them bad. And because of that, they're always on guard, looking out for clues to validate their expectation. So everything you do is a suspect. Every move you take, everything you say, because they're already expecting you to be planning bad things. So anything you do is interpreted in that light. Like, okay, he did this because of this. Like, there's always the way they attach things and they describe it in a very bad way. So imagine you forgot to congratulate such a person on their promotion. So to you, it just skipped your mind. But to them, no, it's intentional, because you never actually wanted them to be promoted. So now they have been promoted, you are not happy about it. That is why you did not congratulate them. So there is always this interpretation here and there. They're always in doubt of friendship. They hardly confide in people. You see, this is more evident in the kind of posts we see these days. Friends are this, friends are that, friends don't support me, friends do this, your friends are bad, friends who betrayed you, friends don't want you to prosper. Like, there's always this, I don't know if it's a movement or something against friends. But what about you? Are you a good friend to your own friends? All of us make up friends. There's no friend without you. So if you keep attacking friends, what about you? What is your own role in the picture? So it's more like a trend these days, friends this, friends that. So that is one of the signs of being paranoid, because you're always doubting your friendship. And these people too, they are hypersensitive. They always ascribe meaning to benign words. I mean, your gentle remark can be interpreted to mean something else entirely different from what you intended. That being said, they easily bear grudges and they are quick to anger. It's more like they have a black book where they keep records. Anything you do, they bear the grudge. They remember the things you did last year, the things you are going to do in the future, the ones you did. You know, they just have this way of reminding. Everything is just in the heart heavy. So they bear these grudges. It's just heavy in the heart. You know, they think you are awful, no good. So they kind of hold your records for you, more like hold your records for you. Yeah, I would like to talk on the reason why people are paranoid, but there's no clear evidence to that. However, I would like to make my observation. It's established that our culture plays a role in influencing our personality, or determines the kind of personality problem we are most likely to face. So I believe in this part of the world we have many paranoids. Please don't quote me. Don't quote me. I believe so because of the kind of stories and superstitions we share in our society. We share a lot of bad news all the time, a lot of negative stories. I don't want to mention the key points in this, but you already know what I'm saying. There's always this bad thing, there's always that bad thing. We hear them, we see some of them, but we hear them most of the time. This brother killed the brother, the sister did this, the friends did this. There's always circulation of bad stories around. Both the ones that happen, the ones that did not happen. Somehow we hold on to the bad stories, forgetting that good things actually even happen more than the bad things. Reminds me when I was in secondary school and I was flexing my literature skills, so I decided to tell a story, and my story centered on a father who abused his 2 daughters. In as much as that was a story I know people would buy, and because I was also going for a program that talks so much about empowering women, I know if you come up with that kind of story, it's going to fly, you know. But I just thought, this isn't my reality. And I don't even know people it happened to. It didn't happen around me, it didn't happen to me. So why should I sell such a story? Remember, there is power in storytelling. The kind of story you tell can shape your society. If you always tell bad stories, people are more likely to react in the negative way, and if you tell good stories, people are more likely to react in a positive way. This is not to say that bad things don't happen. I know very well that bad things happen, so please be careful out there. But also remember that good things happen. Friends help friends, family help family. So these good things also happen. Let's also try to share the good stories, because when you share the good story, it's kind of have a way of rubbing off on all of us. I believe that my friend can help me, I might as well try to help my friend. But if I believe that no, friends are always up to no good, I might just have this negative attitude towards friendship. So this is why it's good for us to also share the good parts of our society, the good stories in our society, and not dwelling all the time on the negative ones. Another reason why I believe we have so many paranoia is because we kind of attribute things to external forces. We hardly look inwards. We prefer to say, oh, this person is responsible. Somebody is responsible for my downfall. Somebody is responsible for my failure. Without having to look into ourselves, how have we contributed to what is happening to us? How you have to take responsibility for your actions and for your decisions. So look inwards. Because we don't look inwards, we always look outwards. So therefore, we are always suspicious of people around us. I don't want to go into some kind of dimension, but you already know what I mean. How can you manage being paranoid? Like I said, it's a personality issue, and personality issues don't just go away like that. So if you're paranoid, the best way is to look for how you can manage it to the minimum, just like every other personality problem. And one of the best ways to do this is to look out for good in people. Be positive about people. Yes, people are bad. Yes, but people are good too. So look out for good in people. Believe your attitude to people is what you get back. So if you are good to them, there's a possibility that they will be good to you too. So let's see people as having good thoughts for each other. You have good thoughts for somebody, somebody will return the good thought to you. So just be positive minded. Try to be creative with your time. Being creative might help you take off the recurring thoughts of disloyalty or of suspicion or of whatsoever. Also, get enough rest and enough sleep. This too cannot be overemphasized. Enough rest and enough sleep will help you put your head in order. Like, you calm down. You go through a lot of stress in this day, so you need to rest, you need to sleep, because if you don't get enough sleep, you might actually be having nightmares. You might be dreaming and you'll be having some terrible things in your dream, and you wake up to think, oh, I said it, they're after me. No, please rest and sleep very well. I know you think this is unrelated, but food is related to everything. So please try to eat well, because eating good food affects your mood, affects your energy, your activity. So please try to eat healthy. When you eat healthy, it kind of helps to put you in the good mood, so you can be able to have better relationship with people around you. It's time to tell a story of a construction worker who is paranoid. So this 40-year-old construction worker believed that his friends do not like him. So he had a disagreement with one of his co-workers, and he believed this person is sneaking ahead of him. So he went to complain to that person and also report the person to authority. So he began noticing his new enemies laughing with other co-workers, and he would just be wondering whether they are mocking him. He went for therapy, but while the therapists were trying to help him, he was reading things in between the line. He was over-analyzing each sentence and each word that was said, and then he concluded that the therapist is actually in support of the co-worker and not him. When he was a child, he was a loner, and he felt that other children would form cliques just to be mean to him. He performed poorly in his academics, which he blamed his teachers for. He believed the teacher preferred the girls and some guys that behaved like girls over him. He went on to drop out of school, and since then he has been working. He has a hard time getting along with his bosses and colleagues. He does not entertain jokes, and he prefers to just work and go and have his lunch alone. He also believes that people criticize him because of his religion, even when there's no evidence. In his work life, he keeps on changing works. He believes he's being mistreated, so he keeps going from one job to another, going from one job to another. Lucky him, he's not in Nigeria. This man happened to be a married man, but he's also very demanding on his family. He made his children to be calling him sir. He does not allow his wife to go out. He prefers to have visitors, but he does not allow his wife to go out because he becomes restless. That is that about being paranoid, and like I said, there are many personality problems. There are actually 10, and everyone belongs to at least one category. I know the one I belong to. Do you know the one you belong to? If you'd like to find out which category you belong to, I would like you to drop a comment on the comment section to tell me to make more videos on this personality problem. Thank you for watching this video to this point. Share with your friends, leave a comment, like it, turn on your notification, and see you in my next video.